Got a freighter coming soon. No time to talk.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon.
The robot takes a peach of a job.
Can you get certified in time?
There's not enough to do around here.
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it down? It's not like it
The
used to
UC
be.
can't be that bad,
I
can
need
it?
some place to put the prototypes through their paces. It stays.
But you know, stretch track back. Worse.
Let them. A few beer bottles.
Yes, Midlands.
You lost?
Meet all sorts in Aquila City.
Just do your business and move on, and we'll be all friendly-like. You keep everything on the level, and we'll get along grand.
I think you'll find... Please, let me know if I can be of service. Indeed. As a matter of fact, they're made in this very building. You're standing in the storefront of the Laredo Firearms Factory. I designed and manufactured every firearm for sale here. As such, I can offer you my personal assurance they're of the highest quality. When a CEO distances herself from the customers, her decision-making suffers. Here I get to see what matters, what sells, what doesn't, and why. It's invaluable. Plus, it's better than the endless meetings. Let's get you set up.
If you're looking to browse, you're in the wrong spot.
Just here for security. Please move along.
Aquila is one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
Talk to Miss Lance if you want to make a purchase.
A stranger. We can't do this alone, Annie.
I don't know.
He helped with the bank robbery. I'm sure he'll help us.
Stranger! Stranger! Come here! I'm Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you? That means I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Nice try. But when I don't want to be seen, I'm like an ashta in the night. Is it? Or are you just saying that? See, I work for the Freestar Rangers. I'm the first ever Ranger Surveillance Assistant. And that's not some dumb made-up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me. So it's official. I watch people and listen to them. If I hear something about smuggling or Aurora or gangs, I tell the Rangers. It's easy, because no one pays attention to kids. Plus, I know a lot of good hiding places all over the city. I'm the best Ranger Surveillance Assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade. Gotta prepare the next generation, because I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen? Or are you gonna be on my list? That's the right answer. I just hope you mean it. Aquila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger Surveillance Assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping, you know, you can help us break it all open. Emily was right about you. I was doing my ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms. I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated Justin Sneed. And he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger, but Mr. Sneed didn't believe me. I've checked back regularly with Mr. Sneed. Well, up until he told me I'm trespassing. And he said their new inventory system keeps, hiccuping. But it's no hiccup. It's robbery. This case was too big for just one ranger, so I deputized Emily.
I'm an assistant ranger surveillance assistant.
Or, something like that. And we found out that the thief breaks in most nights, like, really late. He's got his own key card. We just need to catch him. Security will believe you. You're doing Aquila City a big service. Best I figure he's there around midnight. We need to wait for him to exit Laredo, then catch him red-handed. We need to bring him to justice.
Something to report? Ashtar are sometimes spotted by the farms. That's why we only use robots outside the walls.
Nobody in here right now.
Drunk and disorderly is our #1 offense. Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days. Spreading like a virus through the settled systems. They like to set up shop in old facilities. Places abandoned in the Colony War. That way, they can strike anywhere.
Your look is old. Why not bring in a new day with style? A new face! Hopefully going to be newer soon. Welcome to Enhance, where if you can imagine it, I can make your dreams come true. So pull up a chair and let's give you a makeover. These days, please, safe as kittens. Some people change their look every week and never have a problem. So the only thing holding you back is, well, you. I get some, but not like I would on Neon, or I guess even New Atlantis. Mainly folk wanting a new hairstyle, or keep that hair on their head at all, if you know what I mean. But sometimes people want to really go for it, and those are just the best. You don't be a stranger.
Another day, another shift.
But it's amazing. It's really
Thank you for saving my husband. I was so scared.
Hey, something. No, we'll take it. Boss asked me to tap the chances.
Hello.
I should pick up a hobby and help the owners. You might want to rethink that.
Howdy.
You must be a tourist. Aquila locals know better than to interrupt a man when he's drinking alone. Take it easy. I meant no offense. I'm not the best with people. But since we're already talking, I guess I ought to introduce myself. My name's Ezekiel. Some folks around town call me Easy. Is there something I can do for you? That's right there in my name, Ezekiel. People called me that when I was a kid, and that stuck. And I kindly ask that you move along. I don't do small talk, especially not with strangers.
Yes? What?
Do that every day until you die.
Not sure if those Baroon zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what, but they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them clean.
I think I might leave for New Atlantis. What about you? I doubt it.
Over there. Tourist?
I give him 3 minutes. Looks like we got another offer.
I'll say right up front that if you're short on credits, I can't help you. Any more charity cases, I'll go out of business. I get all kinds in here. Rangers, traders, locals, tourists. They all come to me for supplies. Exhausted, more like. It's just me running things here. Makes for some real long work days. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders, trade contracts, and supply arrangements that I deal with on a daily basis. I also work with the Council of Governors, the Trade Authority, the Freestar Rangers, you name it. Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep. Feel free to look around.
Walls are solid.
Your honest opinion, do you think you could make it to the CEC?
You can make it, sure. Surviving it is another story.
Not quite opening day, but close enough for some specials. The Hitching Post aims to be the best damn bar in town. So how can I help you? Yeah, that's right. Been scraping together the money for months now. Got some help from my girl Alejandra too, but not as much as everyone's saying. I swear half the people in the city think I'm freeloading off her, which really burns me up, you know? Anyway, that's probably more than you wanted to hear. Let me know if there's anything else you need, yeah? Take a look.
Sometimes working at this branch almost feels like being at a private museum. So many remarkable things stored safely inside. There are heirlooms within our vault that date back centuries, to the earliest days of the city. It's quite remarkable, really. In a word, heirlooms. Some of the old families, those descended from the city founders, store objects of value here. Yes, we've got items in our vault that have been passed down from generation to generation. I like to think that the entire heritage of Aquila City is stored right here for safekeeping. And me? Well, I'm the protector of that heritage. Not as much as we used to. Ever since Marshal Blake took charge of the Rangers, well, things have been a lot quieter. There was a time those lock gang boys would be in here so often, we used to joke they ought to just open accounts. Gotta hand it to Marshal Blake, though. He's really got them on the run. One thing I can't say is I've never been a hostage before, and well, I think I've had my fill of that for a while. If I can ever help, just swing on by.
Aquila City is bustling, one of the busiest trade authority branches in the galaxy. The Trade Authority looks to partner with local governments to find mutually beneficial arrangements. I'm the local representative for the organization. In that capacity, I work with merchants and business people and local leaders to make sure trade flows regularly and efficiently to and from the city. With the long lag times of interstellar communication, we wanted to have someone here in person to talk face to face and make quick decisions. After all, the Trade Authority's work is vital to the continued growth and prosperity of Aquila City. Well, like the name says, we promote and facilitate interstellar trade. I won't bore you with all the minutiae and laws, contracts, regulations, and the like. What I will say is that a steady flow of goods and services from one place to another is vital to the stability and survival of the settled systems. A scarcity of resources would lead to unrest, anarchy, and maybe even war. Nobody wants that. I do have need of a courier. A simple job. The timetable isn't even an issue. But it requires discretion and no questions. That's a question, but it's a simple piece of paper. What's on the paper is for the recipient's eyes alone. We clear? Take this message to the Den. There's a Trade Authority rep there, Marcel. Just give the paper to him. If you could take a roundabout path to get there, that would be best. And that's the last we will speak of this. I'm sure something will catch your eye.
SNN says that spacers and the suits are getting worse.
Some days it feels like if I stopped stitching people back together, the whole city would be a ghost town in a week. You seen those ashta outside the walls? They keep me in business, if you take my meaning. Overall, not too bad. People keep me hopping all the time. Mainly it's minor scruffs, bruises, the occasional broken arm. The real work is when someone gets attacked by an ashta. Those are the bad times. Here's what I've got on hand. Okay, let's see how bad it is. Oh, that ain't too bad at all. Hold still now. All right, you're good to go. Enjoy Aquila City, and for God's sake, be careful.
You're probably looking for Mary.
The doctor can provide any supplies you might need.
Just waiting around.
Well, hey there.
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me for public indecency. She'll be a terror when she grows up.
I'm proud to be helping the Freestar Rangers.
How pathetic is it that I
suspect is
can't
guilty.
compete with a guy who's
You'll
been
see.
dead for more than 100 years?
Oh, come on, Alex. That's just how she is. And besides, you knew that going in. You need to find some common ground. Show an interest in the things she's passionate about. Read some slates. Ask her some questions. Meet her halfway, you know?
Believe me.
Yeah, you're right. Guess I've got some homework to do if there's gonna be a second date.
That's the spirit.
Don't be causing trouble now.
Hiya. Good to see you. Got into a tussle with a Shaw Gang smuggling ship in Kodos orbit. Had to limp back to Aquila City, with my ride mostly in one piece. It was a bit of a hard landing, you might say. Got a few broken ribs and a concussion. Turns out one of those ribs punctured a lung. Had a breathing tube in for a spell, but that's gone now. Seems I'm healing up pretty good. Last I saw, it was on fire and doing a swan dive into the Kodos sky. Luck's half of everything, or so they say. I also like to think skill had a little something to do with it. Right now, not much of anything. Doc says I need a rest. Meanwhile, I've been trying to make myself useful, reading dispatches and reports and such. That way, when I'm cleared for field duty, I'll know the lay of the land.
We got a lot of bars in the city, all class joints. Well, except Aggie's.
I feel for the folk in the stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the Low House when I'm able.
You thirsty? Got all sorts of booze. And other stuff, if you don't like the hard stuff.
Heard you were involved in a shootout.
Which one? This here's the best bar in town. Safest, too. How can I help?
Kill?
It's not mine. I just work here. Yeah, I guess technically the city owns it, but it's really the Freestar Rangers' place more than anyone else's. But yeah, I'm happy to work here. The pay's decent, but it's also the safest job I've ever had. Let's see what you fancy.
A year or two back,
Hi,
I shared a
August.
drink with Ron Hope.
Hey there,
That
Annie.
man
What's new with you?
can drink.
Did you see my
You've
new
got
list
potential.
of suspicious
Just
individuals?
need to see a little more from you.
Gotta make sure we keep an eye on them.
I sure did. Don't you worry. I'll keep my eyes open.
Great. It's up to
August
us to
says
help
I
the Rangers
spent. I
and
specialize in
protect the Freestar
cryptography.
Collective.
A lot of smugglers use coded slates, so it comes in handy. The Freestar Rangers resident terminal jockey. That's me.
You should try Philburn's beer. It's brewed in the city, and it ain't bad.
Don't be causing trouble now.
I just want to be sure you're ready. I admit, what you did at Gal Bank was impressive.
Welcome to the Rock.
Work hard, play hard. That should be the Freestar motto.
Just let me drink in peace.
A lot of famous people visit Tequila. Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
These Rangers are some hard-blooded folk. They ain't afraid of anything.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels, or the cantina.
You've got guts, no doubt about that. Appreciate you stepping up the way you did. No, not usually. Well, at least not on the scale of bank robbery. The worst we usually get is public drunkenness and drug dealing.
Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the boot.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock.
Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montara Luna.
Having a good one?
So Lot 37.
The building there needs work, but it could make for a very good home.
Any paperwork we need to file to clear it out? Is it zoned for commercial use?
This isn't the UC. As long as you are courteous to the neighbors, you do what you want.
We're still waiting on the loan from Galbank.
I must warn you, ma'am, that folk in Aquila are very particular about doing business with the UC.
When they see our prices, I'm sure they'll come around.
Hey there. As you see.
Everyone says Mr. Tate is the man to see for real estate. People may say, buy local, but the bottom line always wins.
How did you catch me? What? Shit. Yeah? I won't. Oh, God. This can't be happening. Oh, God, no. Security.
Everyone, don't move!
anybody move. Let's see. If it ain't the hero of Galbank. And who do we have here? Looks like you're carrying a lot of weapons for a nighttime stroll.
Hell, I give up.
Smart move. I got a tip something was going down tonight. Was little Annie actually right about all this? I kind of always thought she was a pest. But now, I got her from here. Aquila City owes you again. And, thank Annie for me. Dear God, she's never gonna let us hear the end of this.
To pay Rasha anything?
No, as long as you clean up after yourself, she don't mind.
That's awfully kind of her.
Mrs. Lance is Aquila through and through. Nice grouping on that last one.
Yeah, the site was off and to the left. I dialed it in good. Same time next week?
You know it.
We're done if you want the range. You look like you know your way around the handgun.
There a lot, right? Space?
Well, hey there.
Did you catch the thief? Tell me it worked.
Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime.
Mom, I have to know. You got him right? Right? knew it!
Annie L. Wilcox, what did you do?
I told you about it. You know the Laredo robberies? Well, we caught the thief.
Wait, so that's real?
Of course, Mom. I told you.
She's telling the truth. You're not pulling my leg, right? Whew, boy. Annie, we'll talk more about this later. But I'm proud of you. But you've got to be careful.
Yes, Mom. I'm gonna be the best ranger surveillance assistant ever.
Thank you for helping my girl and anything else involved. Take this. Lord preserve me.
Ear to the ground. You never know what folks might be getting up to.
The mayor's all right.
Always painting too rosy a picture, though.
Used to be an actuary. Well,
didn't hear this from me. Those Atlantic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted into space dust.
Ever wonder how the
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic trucks.
Hey, keep your nose clean.
I was hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done? Excellent. I'll let Ularo know that we can start moving forward with our negotiations. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills. Nice to see I haven't worn you out yet. Your next assignment is to find the security chief and use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard. And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands. A security chief isn't going to give the time of day to just anybody. A nice suit should do the trick. Or, who knows, some operatives are known to have a security guard uniform or two in their closet they can rely on. Just be careful. Getting caught could mean a mess, and cleanup isn't cheap. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you'll be discreet. Can I help you? Goodbye.
Hello there. Welcome to Ryujin Tower, the beating heart of Ryujin Industries. I'm Jupiter, the tower's secretary. Can I help you with something? We're the largest corporation in the Freestar Collective. We deal in everything from refreshments to starships. We're best known for our neuroamp technology. If you're curious about it, we have a selection on display at the Ryujin store near the back of the lobby. Is there anything else I can help you with? If you're in the mood for some shopping, feel free to visit any of our vendors while you're here. We have Tranquility and Arboron products available to your left. Or if you're looking for the latest in ship design, the elevator in the back will take you to Taio Astroneering. And don't forget to check out the Ryujin Industry store in the back of the lobby before you leave. No visit to Ryujin Tower is complete without a look at our patented neuroamp technology after all.
This is the only shop in town where you'll find neuroamps like these. Welcome to the Ryujin Industries product store. Looking for a neuroamp? Neuroamps are Ryujin Industries' signature product. They're small pieces of wearable tech that enhance some of the user's brain functions. Some of our best sellers can help with anything from focus and short-term memory to communication and confidence boosting. Of course, they're practically the foundation of what Ryujin was built on. That all depends on what you like to improve. If you're looking for a bit of a diplomatic edge, our Neurocom series is great. The NeuroBoost can help you gain that confidence you need to really stand your ground. And our NeuroTac series, TAC for Tactical, specializes in critical thinking. Sure have. My neuroamp's the reason I got where I am. 6 months ago, I was barely motivated enough to hold a job scrubbing floors as a janitor at Ryujin Tower. But thanks to this nifty little thing, I feel more motivated than ever, and my social skills have really improved. I can talk to customers no problem now. Plus, I haven't lost my keys once since I started wearing it. It really is. Trust me, once you put one on, you'll never look back. Why don't you check out the shop? It's worth browsing even if you aren't looking to buy. Here, have a look. Have a good one.
It seems like it's always raining in Neon. Welcome to Tranquility, your new favorite spot to refresh and escape from the hustle and bustle of Neon. I'm Delilah. Please let me know if you need any help or product recommendations. Is this your first time visiting Ryujin Tower? We must have missed each other then. Feel free to stop by for a chat anytime. You seem like an interesting person, and small talk goes nicely with a good cup of tea. No, I'm not. I'm from a small farming settlement in a nearby system. Funnily enough, the farms my community maintains supply some of Tranquility's tea leaves. I grew up watching the ships and traders come in from Neon and wishing I could get on one and see the city for myself. It seemed like such a fascinating place. I don't know, honestly. I never really wanted to be a farmer, so there's not much waiting for me back home. But I can't see myself living in Neon permanently. Maybe I'll get lucky and Tranquility will open a new office somewhere else. I'd be the first to sign up for a transfer. Sometimes, yeah. I didn't know anyone when I moved here, so I was really lonely. The town I'm from is tiny, so I knew almost everyone. It was a big change. Not exactly. Everyone here is busy and stressed, and there's a lot of crime. The stories I grew up with made Neon seem like paradise, but it really isn't. I'm just happy to work for a company that puts smiles on people's faces. It seems like most people here could use one. That's probably for the best. I don't think the galaxy could handle more than one city like this one. Oh, Tranquility is the Settled System's #1 tea brand. We have a tea for pretty much any occasion, in a variety of standard and unique blends. If you'd like more information, you should visit our sales office upstairs. Feeling like a nice cup of tea today, hmm? Have a relaxing day.